Hey everybody, KC here. So there was a really interesting piece in the Wall Street Journal over the last couple of days talking about the pandemic specifically as it relates to aging in America. And one of the things it said is, as the pandemic wreaks havoc on our mental and physical health, it is also quietly reshaping how Americans will face retirement and old age in the years to come. Now, the story says that some of these developments are new and some of them are just being accelerated by the pandemic, as so many things have been accelerated by the pandemic. Among the things that they suggest are going to happen in terms of people who are getting older is more people will age at home, older people will benefit from a technology boom, lifespans will decline, we'll have a better handle on what we want to do with our time, we'll plan better for our deaths, we'll embrace healthier lifestyles, we'll work longer, and our views on aging will change. In some ways it sounds a lot like the Ken Dykewald, right? Age wave thing that I can remember reading about, decades ago, when old age seemed like it was going to be something in the way future. But basically what they're saying is that we're going to work longer before we're retiring, then we're going to be retired for fewer years before we die. During that time, though, we're going to have a better sense of what we want to do and accomplish, how to use technology to make our lives better, and be as healthy as possible right up until the end. And I'm pretty good with pretty much all of that, except the whole thing about maybe dying a little younger than I anticipated. And the rest of it sounds, pretty good. I do think that the pandemic, except for the parts about a lot of people getting sick and some of them dying and a lot of people losing their jobs because companies have gone out of business, except for that stuff, the pandemic has been sort of a clarifying experience for a lot of people. A lot of us have spent a lot more time at home and with loved ones than ever before. I know Mrs. Content Guy and I look at each other every once in a while and we say, who knew that marriage involved this much togetherness? Luckily, we've sort of survived it. But we've spent more time with spouses, more time with adult children, which has been incredibly valuable. And it does sort of focus the mind on what's important, what's not important, what our priorities should be, and maybe how we want to go about achieving them. But see, if it sounds like we're personally all sort of adhering to the whole Churchillian thing, right? A crisis is a terrible thing to waste. This is what companies have to do, right? They have to think about their priorities. They have to think about what's important. They have to set out strategies for how they're going to meet priorities that have either been clarified or changed by what's been going on for the last 6, 8, 9 months. And that's what businesses have to do. They have to have a better sense of what they want to do and accomplish, how they're going to use technology to make their lives and their customer lives better, and be as healthy as possible right until the end, which even for businesses, right? Hopefully that doesn't come too soon. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.